when you love what you do, you get up at any time in the morning. When you feel you have a purpose, you get up at any fucking time.
Well, you know why I'm like that though? It's because it's a lot of people that's dependent on me in order to ensure that they feed their families. It's a lot of people that work for me. It's a lot of people, you know, that is getting put in a position, or maybe somebody that I don't even know yet that I have to reach or I have to add value into. But if I don't do my job, then they're not going to be able to do their job. And so I don't make any excuses. I don't miss. I don't run in the Victim Olympics. I don't do any of that. And so again, this is just what my life is. But that's why I'm able to talk my shit, is because everything that I do, I back up. Everything I do, I back up.
One final question. You said I think somewhere I heard you say you were cool with Kevin Samuels.
Yeah, that was one of my best friends. I spoke at his funeral.
Holy shit! So did you know him before everything, or you met him during his rise?
No, I knew him before he got big. I spoke at his funeral. I know his daughter, his mother, his other best friend Jeff. Shout out to Jeff. I did. I spoke at his funeral. We talked all the time. That was my guy. That was my guy.
Did some of that shape what you are today? Because sometimes iron sharpens iron. So did any of what he probably spoke to you about play into what you are today?
I would say that absolutely, because you can't be friends with somebody and not be influenced as a result of it. You know what I'm saying? So that's my guy. I love him forever. Some of the conversations that we had, though, when we would talk, none of it had to do with anything that he would, that was going on online. You know what I'm saying? Like, we would talk about watches, and he was more into APs. I was into Rolexes, and Petit Philippe's. And, we would just strategize. We would talk about the fact that he wouldn't remove any of his old content because he wanted people to see his transition into what it is that he became. He had a lot of plans. He wanted to open up a lot of satellite offices for mentorship all over the country for young Black men in order to continue to give them what they needed in order to be successful. And a lot of it was just cut short. Honestly, it was just cut short. And so that's my guy, man. That's my guy for life.
I'm going to say this. I don't think it was a mistake. I don't think it was a fluke. Something happened. I don't care what nobody tell me. That man was being vocal. And sometimes when you're vocal, whether they like it or don't like it, that voice got to go, bro. Period.
Yeah. So I mean, he would pop up on my lives a lot. We did a lot of shows together. I jumped on, I would jump on his live a few times and all of that. So
I mean,
he was a really good guy, man.
The only thing I disagreed with him on was how he scaled women. This one is a 10. This one is a 4. You can't do that, because what you look at as a 10, I may look at as a 2. I like plus size women. I like women that I can fight in the bed with. I need a woman that's at least 195.
But there is a universal. Huh? A lot of times he would ask women how would they rate themselves, right? Because his goal wasn't necessarily to say what they are or they aren't, but he was trying to expose the delusion that women had when it came to the expectations that they then placed on men, but they didn't have any for themselves. You know what I'm saying? So the scale, and that's why he would say you can't use 7. The scale wasn't necessarily to rate you, but the scale was more or less to give you real direction, because come on, man, like there is an expectation when you're trying to get a certain type of guy, and women often had delusional standards when it is that they asked for certain things, but they never met the expectation, because the value of something is what somebody is willing to pay for it, right?
That's what I say all the time. When dealing with a woman, it's what a man is willing to do to get in your pants. That's your value. The market, the market will set your value. That's it. The market is never going to lie. You will only work what somebody's willing to pay. That's it.
Here's the thing, though, Scoop. The thing about it is that we largely understand that the things that women value most about men is completely different than what men value about women. Right? And so how women judge men, nobody trips on that. we understand what the expectation is. We understand what the assignment is. And we understand where we fall in a hierarchy, which is why we make no excuses about where it is that we stand in life and we continue to strive, right? But women often at times operate out of delusion and they say you deserve a good man. No, you deserve what it is that you can acquire, right? And the market is going to tell you what you deserve, not what it is that you feel about yourself.
The market is going to tell you exactly what you're going to get, period. Like for me, I know where I am. So I know what I'm going to get. Yep. I know what I can get. I know what I could go for. There are certain women that maybe I wanted them, but that's for DJ Khaled. Sure. At the same time, I don't judge women by that. My thing is, if I can't trust you, I can't fuck you. I mean, if I can't trust you, I can't fuck with you. So I don't care what you look like. If I cannot trust you, I cannot fuck with you. Just because you look good don't mean you are good. I have dealt with women that are fucking diamond trash in a diamond trash can. So again, like this, I'm not, just because you the baddest chick that can wear Fashion Nova dress and makeup don't make you the baddest motherfucker.
Which is why a lot of these
a woman I can trust, a woman that I can talk to about more than the fucking Kardashians, a woman who understands spirituality, God, understands where everything falls in nature. I've had to tell women many times, a woman being more powerful than a man is against the natural order of things, and that's why women that get with a dude that is less powerful, the dude winds up cheating because it's against the natural order. Listen, I could go. I'm not doing that.
But I will say though, Scoop, that you don't necessarily have to be a great man to cheat either. It's guys that don't give a fuck. They're at the bottom of the totem pole and they still cheat.
No. 100%.
No. I agree with you. I agree. I'm just adding additional context.
So Yasmin, before you leave, what question you want to ask them? And turn the lights on because even though you're light skinned, you're still in the dark and we can barely see you. Turn on the lights. Whatever you want to ask the man, ask him before you get out the door.
Well, I went to bed, like, so I don't know, like, what's been said since I've last been on.
Just leave this alone because this is because you done missed everything.
Yeah. I kind of missed quite a lot because I went to bed.
Right. It's 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. It's 2:40 over there. We'll talk to you later, okay? Well, I'll tell you about the field break system later, okay? All right. I'm gonna get him out of here. I mean, listen, man. Listen, bro. We could go on and on with this, man. Please tell everybody where to find you, man.
You can go on YouTube. I do a show in the morning called The Millionaire Morning Show where I add value into people's lives.
One of my favorite things to watch.
Yeah, and I teach people about how everything comes back down to the money. Every single thing in life.
Everything.
Politics, sports, relationships. Yeah. The most important decision, let me say this, and you can find me on YouTube, Anton Daniels, The Millionaire Morning Show, all of that. The most important thing is this, bro. The most important financial decision that any man or any woman is ever going to make in their entire life is who it is that they decide to lay next to at night.
Bro, didn't I just say
that? And the one thing that I've never understood is that how can we so casually, women open up their legs to, men insert, right? How can we so casually take lightly, right, that we can go to sleep next to a person that we do not know, trust, don't add value into our life? We would have children by, we would say that I love you and then I hate you in the next sentence, when that is the most important financial decision that you ever gonna make in your entire life. And so it's important, even if we have to shame people, even if we have to hold them accountable, even if you have to tell your children, yo, don't walk outside at night, right? And then you have to hold them accountable for walking outside at night before they decide to get their head cracked in by somebody that didn't have their best interest at heart. We are going to have to tell the truth. The truth does not care about your feelings. The truth does not care about how you see it. The truth does not care about whether you like me, and the truth don't care about whether I like you. The fact of the matter is, if you want success, and there's a difference between being married and being successfully married. If you want success in life, you're going to have to be able to put on your big girl panties, stop letting your emotions get the best of you, and then be willing to have the conversation in truth. It don't care about how you feel. It just is what it is.
Listen, man,